Your commentary team.
Well, this could be quite an interesting one as well, because Paul Weir was an amateur star, just like the fellow we saw just now, Wilson Doherty. This is his opponent, Louis Veitch, coming into the ring, who fights out of Blackpool. Remember Brian London, heavyweight in the Henry Cooper era, fighting out of that place. Don't see too many fighters from Blackpool, but Veitch was actually Glasgow-born, so he's back on home territory. I wonder if that just might inspire him tonight, Dave.
Well, it certainly should help him, shouldn't it? I mean, beyond the people where he lived are behind him here, so he should have a good chance.
His record is not that promising, actually. One win in his first fight and then 4 successive defeats. He's definitely cast as the opponent, isn't he?
Well, that's dead right, but, you know, he never had no amateur experience whatsoever, so, you know, you just got to get experience now before he goes to a higher class, really.
Here's Paul Weir from Irvine in Scotland. A light flyweight, but fighting here at 7 stone 11 and a half. He's 24 years of age and was the European Championship bronze medalist as an amateur. That is very good form last year.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest on the program is an international flyweight contest made at 8 stone 2 pounds over 6 3-minute rounds. Presenting and introducing on my left and in the blue corner, will you welcome please from Blackpool, Louis Veitch. And on my right, ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, also my very great pleasure to present and introduce from Irvine, former Scottish ABA champion, Paul Weir.
A lot of support for him.
At the weigh-in today, Veitch scaled exactly 8 stone. Weir scaled 7 stone, 11 pounds, 8 ounces. Your referee for this contest, Mr. Billy Rafferty from Stewarton. Your timekeeper, Mr. Jim Russell from Glasgow. Veitch, blue corner, Weir, red corner.
Billy Rafferty, the referee there, a former Scottish bantamweight champion. By the way, in the corner for Veitch here, we have Kevin Pritchard, former British champion at super featherweight with Jim McMillan, in whose camp Veitch is based. That's in Preston, where they do their training. But Weir is the expected winner here in the white shorts. Same question really as in our previous contest. How good will he be as a professional? We know he was a pretty decent amateur.
That's it, but, you know, if you've been ABA Scottish champion, he should... You know, really should be a good pro, but you can never tell. I mean, the other boys never had not much amateur experience, so.
That's quite good punching in the early stages from Veitch. He looks to have started fast anyway. By the way, Louis Veitch here, his wife gave birth to a baby girl called Jade this morning. So both Elaine, his wife, and Jade are doing well, and husband is in the ring. Dad, tonight. Not too many fighters coming into the ring with that kind of background.
That's right. I mean, it must lift him. He must feel $1 million at the moment. So
he certainly started like a man inspired, isn't he? If he's not really read the script, that Weir is supposed to do a number on him here.
Well, again, perhaps that news, he's fighting well above himself at the moment and fancies the job. What a good double that would be.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, it's funny how that often works with sportsmen, that just little psychological points can lift them on a certain night to produce a performance way above all past form. I wonder if we might see that here. Had a good first round so far, Veitch. He's slipping the punches that Weir is throwing. He's got him with some quite good sharp ones himself. Veitch in the black trunks.
Excellent back. With him. He's great. That's it, big.
He's certainly attacking him.
He's charging forward. He's slugging a bit, Veitch. He's got to watch that Weir doesn't counter him. He wants to get out of that corner, if he can help it, Veitch. Decent little left hook from Veich, but he walked into a very good right.
There's a good right hand there.
Weir was an ABA finalist in 1990, lost rather controversially to Nick Tooley on that occasion. Looks a well-schooled fighter, but Veich getting in with that left hand. Due to go 6 rounds, this one, by the way. One round gone of this 6-round contest at flyweight. This is Paul Weir. Another one of those classy amateur stars from the Croy Miners Club, which produced the current world flyweight champion, WBO version, Pat Clinton. A reminder that coming up live, we have Gary Jacobs defending his British welterweight title against Robert Wright from Dudley.
Well, the first round, there wasn't too much in it, the first round.
Certainly not as one-sided as the first contest we had here.
No.
Veich has, as they say, come to fight.
Veich fancied the job, you can see that. He's slugging a bit, but he's still having a go. As you can see, it's the stylist versus the fighter.
So far in his professional career, Paul Weir has fought just once. He beat Eddie Vallejo, one of those Texas Mexicans, in 2 rounds. So that suggested that he might carry a bit of a wallop. Well, we'll see. Veich, by the way, has lost 3 times on points this year, including one to Mickey Cantwell, who Weir beat as an amateur. There's no doubt about it, Weir is the more sophisticated stylist of the two, isn't he?
Oh, definitely so, yeah. Again, the better schooled of the two. Covering up well. Thinking about what he's going to do next.
Can you remember when you were at this early stage of your pro career, what it was like?
Yeah, I used to try to knock him out as quick as I could. Get him out of the way.
You were doing that at the end of your career as well.
2 good body shots there. As you can see in this sort of stage of the game, it's the last half a minute, you know, the better schoolboy gets on the top.
Just a little reddened around the face now, Veich. No cuts.
Next time back.
He's just stepped up a gear in this round where he realizes that Veich is just not going to fall over conveniently for him, and he's kind of measured his performance to suit that. Now there is a bit of a cut under the left eye of Veich.
Is it? A bit of a mouse, I think it is.
Well, the corner have done a pretty good job on the face there of Louis Veich. You heard Dave Boy Green call it a mouse under the left eye. That's a trade name for a kind of swelling you get. And there was a bit of blood trickling, but the corner have done quite well with it, Dave.
Certainly have, yeah. They've got it down. They used this sort of a cold iron on it and got the swelling down tremendously in the minute they had. But I think now he's certainly going to get in there.
Third round, Weir getting on top in the second round. The ex-amateur star in the white shorts here up against Louis Veich of Blackpool in the black.
As you can see as well, you know, the different inexperience the boys have got. The way he moves back and misses the shots, turns his boy.
One on his debut, by the way, Veich. He stopped one Tucker Thomas in the fourth round and was rather annoyed to find them announcing it as a defeat in the trade newspaper. Don't blame him. He's getting caught with some good headshots here. Veich in this round. Heavy
Lovely
shots to
right
the
on
head.
over the top. Caught where there with the right hand.
And Veich just wanting to buy a little bit of time there, trying to hold on. He's bravely trying to bridge the class gap, isn't he, here,
He is,
Veich?
yeah.
If you were in his corner, Veich, what would you be telling him here to try to...
Well, he's just got to just trying to push him back all the time. If he lets the man get set, he's got no chance. That's he's doing the right thing at the moment, I think. Just pushing him back, putting him out of his stride completely. If he stands back and lets him work, he'll have no chance.
Got through with a good right there, didn't he,
He's
Veich?
certainly doing very well in this round.
He's certainly making Weir work for this. And
Certainly is. He's now getting some success.
body shots hurting him. Veich was almost doubled in half by those body shots. And I thought for a moment he was going to go down then, Dave.
Yeah. I think he's just about getting to him now.
Last few seconds of this round, and Weir's got on top in quite a big way, particularly with the body shots. Welcome back live to the Scottish Exhibition Centre. Gary Jacobs defending his British welterweight title live on Sky Sports tonight. You're watching the undercard bout at flyweight here with Louis Veich there coming out in the black shorts in the fourth round against the ex-amateur star Paul Weir, who has all the home support here. He's got family, he's got friends who bought tickets, and Veich, just to remind you, became a dad this morning.
Which, you know, which is must have lifted him tremendously, and he's still in there fighting and getting a little bit of success in the early part of the round.
Makes you wonder, has he seen the baby yet, or was he on his way here? We'll maybe find out later. Those body shots in the last round really paid off, and I think the corner will have told Weir to repeat the dose.
That's just feet to the body. He just needs to keep at him, and then perhaps the last 3/4 of a minute of the round go to the body when the man's slowed him down a bit.
Give Veich credit, he's still quite competitive. Still has occasional successes. That right hand, though, from Weir looked a good one. Took it well, Veich.
Here comes the body shot again.
How good is Weir, do you think? What's your first impressions of him, Dave?
Yes, well, again, you know, I mean, now the light flyweight divisions come in, you know, he's got a good chance. He's only weighing tonight, as we see, 7 stone 11. So, I mean, mind you, I don't think he'll grow much more now.
Of course, we don't have a light flyweight division as such in Britain at the moment, but they do at world level.
But world level, you know, if he's good enough at world level, he'll be there.
That was very nearly a knockdown. I'm not sure it wasn't, actually. He seemed to touch the floor with his gloves to me, Veich there. It wasn't given as a knockdown by Billy Rafferty. Maybe we'll see a replay of that. He looks suspiciously like one, and Veich, I think, he may be coming to the end of his tether. He's put up a brave fight, and those body shots have left red, angry marks around his ribs.
This is where Ware should be putting it up now, you know, putting the pressure on him.
And she's just stood off a little bit. I think he really had Veich going, but here we are coming up to the end of this fourth round. We can have a look here at this, what we considered to be a knockdown of Veich in the fourth round here. He goes down, he certainly touches the floor with his gloves. It's only a flash knockdown, no mandatory 8 count, and Billy Rafferty waved them on.
Yeah.
Fifth round now. Veich black trunks, Paul Weir, who's certainly ahead on points in the white.
I've got him 3 rounds ahead at the moment. He's certainly looking if he's getting on top now.
I think he'll want to have an inside schedule win here, though, won't he?
Well, he should do, really, you know.
I must say, in that last round, Veich did look as if he was pretty close to going at one point, coming towards the end of the line, and you wondered how much deeper he could dig, but he's come back again. He seems to have got a bit of a second wind and starts the rounds reasonably fresh, and then Weir starts to get to him with punches like that.
Yeah, I think Ware is getting to him now. I think he's nearly finished, and then boom, he comes back again with another flurry.
Quite interesting to see how Tommy Gilmore actually handles Paul Weir's career. As we were saying, he could campaign in this light flyweight division, 7 stone 10 pounds. He can certainly make that. He's only 7'11.5" tonight. So maybe that's where his championship career might lie.
Well, let's just hope that he's a good ticket seller and they can bring the Mexicans and the Far Easterns over here for an experience.
He's got him going here, look.
There's not too many 7 stone 11 men about in this country.
Veich was shaken up again by those head punches. He's regrouped well, his recuperative powers, quite splendid, but he is now being outclassed, and I think it's getting towards the stage where Billy Rafferty ought to be thinking about how much more Veich actually gets to take in this contest. Sometimes fighters are too brave for their own good, almost, aren't they?
Every time. Yeah, I think, fighters just won't give in, It's just too much pride.
And in those circumstances, it's the referee and the corner who've got to think about their welfare.
Absolutely right.
Always another fight down the road.
Yeah, I think this is nearly the end now.
Last 26 seconds, and down he goes. Just the cumulative effect of it, really. And there were all the signs there that Veich, who's looking at his corner, didn't really want to know very much more about it. He still throws out leather. So courageous, but he's being outclassed here, and down he goes again, and surely the referee will rescue him now. 7 is the count, the bell goes. Well, the bell couldn't have come soon enough, could it?
No, certainly didn't. I would have thought perhaps the referee would have called it a day there, but he's got another chance for another round.
Maybe it would have been better for Veich, really, if the bell hadn't sounded and he could have stopped it.
Yes, I think so.
It's been a brave effort from him on a special day in his life, but, well, you want him to go home and see that baby in some kind of decent condition, really. Here it is again, Dave. Second of the knockdowns.
Yeah, it's a good left hook over the top as well.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let's go do it.
Well, Kevin Pritchard in the corner with Jim McMillan. What do you say to a fighter who's taking a bit of a beating?
Well, I mean, you've just got to tell him to try to cover up and last the course now. The only way he can win really is by a knockout now, I would have thought.
Oh, definitely, yeah. 6th round, final round. Veich, who's been on the receiving end of increasingly heavy bombardment for 3 rounds in the black shorts, and Paul Weir in the white trunks here, well on top. Only question really is whether he gets the job done inside schedule and makes it 2 wins by stoppage. Good right hand again. He's marked up and reddened around the face now as well, Louis Veitch.
I like the way where when he gets him going, he still keeps sticking at him and doesn't give up.
Well, Weary fought in the Commonwealth Games as well in 1990 in Auckland, but lost in the first bout there. That was a bit of a shock for him. We've seen two decent young amateurs tonight already on the undercard here. Looks though as if Veitch is going to last the course, doesn't it?
Looks that way now, yes.
Ooh, that was a big right hand that came boomeranging in from Weir.
Some more body shots now. Yeah, I think he's going to last the course. He's hanging about, hanging on.
Lots of pressure from Weir. He's not exactly elusive himself, though, is he, Weir? No. I think when he comes up against bigger punches, he'll want to just tighten that defence maybe a bit.
Right, yeah. He's getting caught a few times himself. Still very quick, though. Very fit.
Yeah, fit, well-conditioned, well-schooled, good variety. The bigger questions will be asked as his career goes on, of course.
Absolutely right, yes.
Hey!
Again, that right hand crashes in to the head of poor Veitch. Last round. A matter of seconds to go. And Veitch, I think, will at least have the pride of saying that he wasn't stopped. But there was an argument for saying in that fifth round that perhaps he should have been. It's all over, no doubt about the winner whatsoever. It's Paul Weir who makes it 2 wins out of 2.
Yeah, good boy. There's a long way to go, but you know, at 7 stone 11, he could get a chance of a world title fight at light flyweight.
Yep, that was a long way down the road. It's always hard to make predictions about fighters in their early stages of their career when they're really just boxing babies, aren't they?
That's right, but you know, he still looks a good boy.
Got a lot going for him, and he wins that one on points.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the referee scores the contest. Weir, 59.5 points. Veitch, 57 points. Weir, red corner, the winner.
Overwhelming margin, and Paul Weir, his family, his friends, they all like it. They bought tickets to see him, and they've seen him deliver the expected victory that was always in the script this evening.